I am going to ride a bicycle from coast to coast, from San Diego, California to St. Augustine, Florida. And on September the 2nd, it's 7 a.m. We will leave lifeguard station number 5 for this wonderful journey across the United States for charities and to prove that you can pretty much do anything.
Tell me about the charities.
The charities that I'm going to ride for is McKay-D Hospital, Children's Primary, the Wounded Warrior Fund, because I think it's ridiculous when these guys are going and fighting for our freedoms every day, and they're coming home with arms or legs missing, and they're losing their houses. They fight for our freedoms. I need to step up to the pump and help these guys. And also for the Utah Special Olympics, a bunch of wonderful young men and young women. And of course, my favorite, Roy City Fire Department, for without them, Bob would not be here today.
I love you guys, man. I mean that. Thank you. I'll stop by the house later. Okay, see ya. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping.
Well, the number one thing is I want to prove to people, just because you do have something wrong with you, is a lot of people know I have 16 stents in my heart. I had a massive heart attack in 2004. They've actually placed these stents over a 9-year period. And then in April this year, they just put in a pacemaker defibrillator. Like I tell people, if you don't believe you're a fool, you can do anything. Just put your mind to it. I may not ever beat the heart disease, but I'm going to give it one heck of a try. Every hour to two, I have to pull over to rub my legs because it's part of the coronary artery disease advanced stages. They go numb, my hands go numb. But my son's here to back me 100%. He's my life support system. I don't know what I'd do without him back there.
You go, Bob. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
If I can get one person up off the couch, and then they can get a person up off the couch, because there's a lot of Americans that do have coronary artery disease, that have heart problems, that thinks life is over at that point. You just have to change a few things. Eating habits, you need to start working out better. You need to do what your doctor says. And the number 2 thing is for my wonderful charities I'm going to support. And my third thing is because it was on my bucket list. It's one of the last things, so now I think I'm going to have to start a brand new bucket list because I expect to live a long time.
That's okay. We're going to promote this.
Conrad, ready to go on.
We're ready to go on Channel 4 live. Here, you can do one. I'm standing right here and you get the background. There you go. We're there. We get the big time.
Is that Good Things, Utah, I believe.
Local man is planning a trip across the country on his bike. Now, you may have seen Bob Quick on your daily commute riding around Utah training for his coast-to-coast journey. He joins us now to talk about the trek, and we also have your son Conrad Quick, which is an awesome name. Thank you so much for joining us today. When did you get this idea that you wanted to go coast-to-coast on your bike?
It was one of my things on my bucket list, but we finally decided to start training in January of this year.
Wow. And you have an interesting story. You're almost like a bionic man sitting over there with your pacemaker and all the surgeries you've had.
It's kind of like that saying, you know, the $60 million man.
Yes.
Well, there he is.
That's
They
your
have
dad.
the technology now.
I've been blessed by Intermountain Healthcare. That's who I ride with. I have 16 heart stents in my heart.
Wow.
And I also, in February this year, I went down, and in April they put in a pacemaker defibrillator for me.
Goodness.
And we've been having fun riding, father, son.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Paul Sr. and Paul Jr., I guess. Some days we have our bad days, but most time we have our good days.
So you guys will be tied at the hip almost for 11 weeks to go
11
coast
weeks.
to coast. What kind of concerns do you have about your dad, knowing the health conditions he's had in the past?
Not too many, considering that I train with him every single day and get to see what he's capable of. Time might be a little bit of an issue, but this ain't a race, so,
Yeah.
you know, everything that we do is just for people out there to show them what they can do, and he's living proof that no matter what goes on inside your life, you can still get up and do something.
You are definitely living proof of that. Tomorrow on Wednesdays you write with Boy Scouts, but your whole adventure that you're about to have over the next 11 weeks, they're for charities.
They're all for charities. My favorite charities, I picked out 5 of them, which is McCarthy Hospital in Ogden, Utah, Children's Primary right here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and then for the Wounded Warrior Fund, because these people go and they fight for our freedoms that we enjoy every day, and I need to step up to the pump and help these men and women. And then also for the Utah Special Olympics and for Roy City Fire Department.
Awesome. Well, Bob Quick, Conrad Quick, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, I'm Troy Easton with Emergency Management Solutions out of Ogden, Utah. We're here with our company Fit to Respond, along with Roy City Fire Department administration and paramedics, just testing Bob Quick from Bob Quick's journey. He's a gentleman with 16 heart stents with a severe cardiac history that's going to be riding across the U.S. here real soon, starting September 2nd. Our company does VO2 max testing. We're doing a sub-maximal test on him now, which helps identify his training zone. So when he's out on the bike, he's riding at the right heart rate, his caloric requirements are appropriate, and he's eating the right carbohydrates, proteins, and fatty acids. Shenia Stewart, our exercise specialist, is doing the test. My wife Marla and the other Roy City paramedics are here just standing by, but he's in great shape. He's doing fantastic. But this is what we use to identify those zones. We do it for firemen, and we even do it for special needs patients like Bob, who has a severe heart disease but needs those training zones identified. And VO2 Max will give you that.
Bob's starting out his testing. Woo! You're gonna exhaust him. Conrad Quick. You're gonna run him raw, work him out, see where he falls off the machine.
Relation to the graph that I just showed you, this is actually your VO2 over time. Okay, so as long as you went, the blue is your heart rate and the green is your VO2. Again, they follow very, very nicely with each other. Your VO2 peaked just before you stopped. Your heart rate actually split here, but your recovery is really nice. You had about a 50 to 70, which is fantastic. So for you, in correlation with all of them, you know, keeping it somewhere between about 100 and 140 beats per minute really puts you in your prime training zone, and that's what we're looking for. That's what will keep you going down the road.
Okay. Thank you.
Here's what we're looking at as far as your results go. The main things that I'm looking for is these 2 lines. This blue line is your aerobic threshold, and this green line is your anaerobic threshold. The aerobic threshold is where your body goes into aerobic mode. It's using oxygen the most efficiently, and it's just doing its thing. Once you hit this anaerobic threshold, your body says, I don't have enough oxygen to do what I need to do if you continue to increase the intensity. So it goes out and grabs anaerobic pathways, which are without oxygen, to help compensate that. Okay. Once you hit the anaerobic threshold, your body will fatigue very fast.
Okay.
Because it
And
isn't
that
using
hurts
oxygen.
the heart. That's
exactly,
why we did
and
this
that
test
hurts
today,
the heart.
right?
So what we're looking for is to keep you in this range right
Okay.
here. Okay, that's your prime training zone where you will be able to do the most for the longest time. And for you, that's between 90 and 120 beats per minute. Okay, if you go a little bit higher in the high zone, 120 beats to about 140, you will kind of go back and forth in between the anaerobic. So it's okay, but we want to keep you in the moderate zone.
Okay.
And looking at this is your VO2 max versus time, and this is a really pretty graph actually. Your VO2 max and your heart rate really followed each other nicely all the way up into your peak. And basically that means as your body stepped up, your heart stepped up. As your O2 stepped up, your heart stepped up. Basically it means that your body is really rhythmic with pumping the oxygen that it needs to the body.
Is that because of all the training we've been doing?
It is. It is. This is
So that means we can get other people out there that have heart disease, similar complications like me, and with a little bit of training, they could really become athletic, do things that they need to do, right?
really peak the efficiency of their heart,
Okay.
regardless of what their situation may be.
That's what we want to do. Want to get other people out there, get them fit, get them healthy. That's beautiful.
You
I
have any
appreciate
questions?
you,
Yeah.
girl. I mean, yeah, that's absolutely awesome.
So basically,
Awesome.
what you
I
see
felt like I
there
was Lance
what-
Armstrong. Conrad's about done. Look at this, people. This is downright custom. I don't think West Coast Custom could do any better job than this.
Nope.
Actually, I know they couldn't. Look at that. They don't have the technology to keep them hydrated.
They
Look at
might
this.
be
This is-
contacting us to get.
Yeah, they may, huh?
They're welcome to. We're happy to help
Look at
out.
this. Folks, this is where you actually, right here, you take off the little cover. You just give her a suck. Now, watch this here. You're going to love this. Look at that squirt. Squirt, squirt, squirt. We can almost take a shower. In fact, I made it along the road. You never know.
I've done that before.
Look, I didn't mean to get you all wet, but it's part of the job here today. Bob's having fun at Geiger Rig. We're going to post this on YouTube so everybody can enjoy. And you got to keep updated with it. Yeah, that's me. I'm the guy that looks like, you know, I should be out by the road panhandling, but I really don't. I actually ride a bicycle for charity. But we're having fun. There's Derek going at it. He's the main guy I contacted the very first day here at Geiger Rig. And we're doing her. Good evening, everyone. Bob here from Bob Quick's Journey. Just wanted to make a little video tonight. Let me get off my helmet here and my wonderful face mask by Face Mask. And I'll tell you, every cyclist needs to have one of these to keep the bugs out of you. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, everyone, the reason I'm here tonight is to thank Tracy and to thank Melissa for this wonderful Bobyak trailer I got right here. Why it's so special, man, I know they make a lot of them. Look at all these signatures of all these people from the factory. Just absolutely marvelous. I love this. This means a lot to me. Helen
Thank you. Godspeed there, Helen. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. This is, I mean, if you've never had a Bobyak trailer, it's one of the nicest trailers, I think, on the planet. This thing follows my bike everywhere I go. It's got a nice quick release right here in the back tire in case you do get it flat. You just boom, off with the tire. Throughout my journey, I'll show you some other things I've come up with on this wonderful trailer that you can do with it. The major reason I'm here tonight is to give thanks, like I said, to Tracy and to Melissa. Melissa and Tracy, I'd like to invite you to come to San Diego, California to see history made. CEOs, you need to learn about me. My name's Bob, from Bob Quick's Journey. I have 16 heart stents and my wonderful toy here, my pacemaker defibrillator, which keeps Bob's heart ticking. We're going to ride from San Diego, California to St. Augustine, Florida. I figured it'll take me about 11 weeks. It's a journey, it isn't a race. So I want to see these two beautiful women in San Diego, California on September 2nd. Come on, CEOs. We're going to make history. Send them beautiful ladies. We're going to have a lot of people on the beach, a lot of media. It's a lot of support for you. Let's see these two here, and then let's see you CEOs on the beach in Florida. It's just right down the street. Hey, thanks everyone from Bobyak Trailers. Everybody there, I really appreciate it. Thumbs up, everybody. You have a wonderful evening now. Thanks.
There we go.
In the studio live with Bob and Bowen. We are editing everything for Bob Quick's Journey. Good evening. This is what I look like. This is my bum mode. Okay, so when I go out by the road and I want to panhandle and you see me, I really do need money. Okay, we're going to need a cheeseburger or something. Don't tell the doctor now.
This is where all the...
this is where everything happened.
Bob Quick's Journey was first started. There's Bob's gift to me right there where we got another screen so we can run crazy.
We got 4 screens going at one time. Here, let me have that. We got to get a picture of Bowen here. Okay, this is Bowen. This is my wonderful media guy right here. Without him, none of this all would have. You notice he's even got one on his lap. That's how much equipment we have in here. Okay, now let me tell you, this was not donated by anybody. This is all ours. This is his. This is his. This is his. That was the sponsor gave me. That's from Cross Action Computer. Thanks, everybody, and have a good night.
No, it's called the Southern Tier Bicycle Route. It was put together by the Adventure Cycling. Okay, I will start out in San Diego, California bike park. Then I will end in St. Augustine, Florida. I will go California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. I get to actually go down the same roads that my hero Lance Armstrong trained on through what they call the hill country of Texas. And then I will go on into Louisiana. And then I will go into Mississippi, then the great state of Alabama, and then right on into Florida. And I was just informed just before we started this interview by Geiger Rig that whoever rides with Bob through a state, the longest rider through a state, Geiger Rig will actually send you a Geiger Rig pass. I think that is one of the neatest things that Geiger Rig has come up with. So whoever rides with Bob through a whole state, it's got to be documented now.
From the beginning to the end.
From the beginning to the end. You're going to be with me when we camp out. Everything else, you're going to be there. They're going to donate this wonderful product. And believe me, if you go into my website, www.bobquicksjourney.com, you'll see how good this Geiger Rig is.
You can't say enough about it.
It's a life-saving tool. It really is. As everybody knows, I got the heart problem. I got 16 stents and a pacemaker defibrillator. I will be the first man to do it in a journey like this, ever in my condition. And what I hope to do in my journey is actually get other people off the couch. If Bob can do it, you can do it too. Give up the soda. We've got to do something with our generation, because if we don't, we're going to pass this on to our kids, and it's even going to get worse.
And I wanted to touch on that.
Did say Bob Quick, frequent flyer, chef, because I love to cook for the Roy City Fire Department. That's where it all started at.
And they're well aware of who you are.
Oh, they know exactly who I am. I call them Mars at night. They've been with me on this wonderful journey for coming up on 9 years now.
Perfect. Okay. Well, first of all, let me touch on the sort of vein part of the Fox 13 tie-in. Tell me a little bit how we factored into this.
Big Buddha.
Okay, Big Boot, I know you're going to be looking at this every day. When I was at Gold's Gym, we both do the Gold's Gym thing. I'd be on the treadmill, I'd be on the elliptical, I'd watch you every morning. I mean, you're my hero, for real. I didn't get these by sitting around. I'm absolutely proud of you for all the weight you've lost. Your health's going to really improve, I know that. I truly would like to meet you before I leave. I think you're an awesome person in our community and one of the best news guys out there, period. Okay? Big Buddha. Big Buddha for president, huh?
A Roy man is biking across the country despite having a serious heart condition.
Bob Quick said he is not letting that stop him from doing what he loves and spreading an important message. Fox 13's Bob Evans shows us.
It's called the Southern Tier Bicycle Route. It was put together by the Adventure Cycling. Okay, I will start out in San Diego, California Bike Park, and then I will end in St. Augustine, Florida.
53-year-old Bob Quick is riding across America to spread a message.
I got the heart problem, everything. I have 16 stents and a pacemaker defibrillator. I will be the first man to do a journey like this ever in my condition. And what I hope to do in my journey is actually get other people up off the couch. If Bob can do it, you can do it too.
The Roy City Fire Department responded when Bob had a heart emergency. Now Troy and Marla Easton are helping him make the journey.
He started it. He's the one that gave me the shock. He's the one that brought me back. He worked on me for 3.5 minutes hard.
It's a huge feat for him to be able to come back from dying, having multiple stents put in over 9-10 years of his life, finally coming to the point where he has to get a pacemaker defibrillator in, and then making the comeback and saying, I'm going to show people that it doesn't matter what's happened to you, you can live your life.
They arranged for Bob to stay at fire stations across the country. He'll also have a tent and sleeping bag with him.
Each of his maps is set up in a 50-mile radius, so we've had 2 spots, so if he can go 20 miles, we have a spot for him to maybe possibly stay. If he goes 50 miles, then we have a spot there to stay.
He'll travel with his son. One of the people who inspired him was Fox 13's Big Buddha.
We both do the Gold's Gym thing. I'd be on the treadmill, I'd be on the elliptical, I'd watch you every morning. I mean, you're my hero, for real. I didn't get these by sitting around. I'm absolutely proud of you for all the weight you've lost.
Bob and his son plan to average 50 miles a day. Water stops are few and far between at first, so they'll carry 500 ounces of water with them on the first part of their trip. He made sure to listen to his doctor's advice.
The way Bob lives his life and how active he is and for all the things that he does is definitely something that can be done.
Bob Evans, Fox 13 News, Utah.